Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an SU-8, it's a tier 6 Soviet SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Prokhorovka, and this one is under the command of 4Q2. Yes, it's one of my replays, and just recently I recommended the SU-8 to Angelina75, and she's made good use of hers, and so I decided to put it on one of my other accounts, so training this one from scratch. Game started. Well, headed off to the west side of the map. The SU-8 is actually designed and based on the T-28 medium tank, so it is reasonably fast. It does have a 152mm howitzer, which is capable of doing 600 alpha, so it's got a higher DPM than the M44, and penetration of 38mm and a burst radius of 7 meters. So it's quite a potent little arty, but it does have a very narrow arc of fire, as you can see. Looking at the arc there, oh, a couple of aircraft flew through the screen. Yes, it's very narrow indeed, and I could see that enemy tank was headed for the crossing, so I decided to plop around in there just anyway. And I'm reloading. Reload time 16.92 seconds. I'm using premium consumables, which will speed up the reload. I indicated the target and my teammates are now firing at him, and I got a splash hit on him for 29, so I'm picking up loads of stun assist, and there he goes. Okay, almost reloaded. Okay, another shell ready to go. You don't get a whole lot of ammunition in this arty. I'm afraid it's only 26 shots if I remember correctly. So it's not a huge amount, but it's still very efficient. Okay, waiting for a target. I'm scanning that tree line, because that's normally where the enemy will appear from all of a sudden. You can never be certain where the first enemy will show up, but it helps to scan where you think the most probable sighting of the enemy will be. Be ready at a moment's notice to change your aim to somewhere else if you need to. Oh, enemy tank spotted. T-52 rounds out. Right into his side. 243 hit points. He's stunned. I'm indicating him as target so the rest of my team can see him. There you go. Hit that thing, please. Yes, and he's gone. And so's the VK3002M. So a brief bit of action. 2 of the enemy tanks have died. Yes, marking your target with the T key is so easy. All you have to do, put the rescue over the target, press the T key, and down arrows will appear over that target. It can make a big difference, because if the tanks can see big arrows are pointing above an enemy tank, they'll all start shooting at it, trying to get some hit points off him. Well, he's been tracked, that Leo. I fire around in, get a direct hit for 290. Unfortunately, I stunned the M10 as well at the same time, but the Leo's going down. And he's out the game. Back in the garage. Now, I saw a tracer there from an enemy arty. I'm pretty certain there's one there. I'm dialing in on that position, ready to go. Now, rounds out. Yes, there was an enemy arty there. It was an M44, and he had the misfortune of revealing his tracer to me. So he's gone. Oh, we've got a couple of tanks now. A Jagdpanther and a Hellcat. And I'm, well, going with the Jagdpanther first. Fire around in. I thought he was going to back up a bit more, but he didn't, so that shell was wasted, unfortunately. Going back to the position where the Hellcat was last seen. It appears the rescue on the minimap is not actually showing where I'm aiming. I think that's a mod error. Well, I'll just cycle the mod. No, it's not the mod. It's not the minimap that's causing the problem. It's definitely a mod error on the replay. Okay, looking further up the tree line. Our team have moved up, but they are taking damage, so somebody's in those trees we can't see. And T20 Type T58's been seen. Big hit, 234, and he goes down immediately. Still following up the tree line. Anticipating somebody's up there. I'm loaded, ready to go. Just need a target to shoot at. Still nothing. They are moving up though, so, and they're taking damage, so I'm pretty certain there's somebody can see them, even though we cannot see the enemy. And there goes the KV-3, killed by a Jackson. So we know there's a Jackson further north. Oh guys, if they keep moving up, well, we found one of the enemy Arty, and I'm quickly realigning my aim, and don't need to worry because he's been killed. Okay, going back to further up the tree line. T29's there. One thing you might notice with a T28, it doesn't dial in as quickly as the M44 does. Enemy target, King Tiger captured, rounds out. Direct hit, 279, he's stunned. I'm picking up stun assist. Masses of fire going in. Scorpion, Tier 7 American tank destroyer. He's backing up. I'm almost loaded. Leading shot, rounds out, and well, only 21 hit points to splash, but he's killed. So we're still looking for that Jackson. There he is. He's been spotted. I'm not loaded yet, but I will be momentarily. Lining up a shot for him. Work out where he's going. Rounds out. Well, he goes down before my shell arrives, but now we're looking over to the east side of the map, trying to clear up what's over here. Jagdpanther still there. Gonna line up a shot on him. Rounds out. This is a long range shot, but I still pick up 52 hit points of splash. Comet's moved in. He's found a Hellcat as well. We're sticking with the Panther, and I've marked him as target. I switch over to the Hellcat, mark him as target, rounds out on him, and he pulls away just before the shells arrive. You can see multiple Arty rounds arcing into that position. Hellcat's trying to run for it. Unfortunately for him, he's been killed. The Hummel been spotted in the usual position, and our AMX 13F3, well, he's decided to go mobile, and rather unusual to see one of your own teammates, another Arty, going through the field of fire at the other end of the map on a map like this, but yes, it does happen. Some people do know what the P in propelled stands for. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, surprisingly, that was the first Ace Tanker for the SU-8 for my Fork U2 account. Yes, as you can see, first Ace Tanker because it's got the scrolls underneath. I picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that game. I ended up with 14, and I got a Confederate because I hit a huge number of the enemies. You can see I was laying the shells in, and the next second everyone was firing at the same target, so that's why they died so quickly, and I didn't get any kills apart from that M44, who I spotted by chance by seeing his tracer. Win 8 for the game, 2,477, which is Unicum standard. So let's have a look at team score. Didn't get the highest damage in the game. No, in fact, that actually went to the Jackson, would you believe it? He got a tank sniper, not a high caliber, but he did 2,344 hit points, and that was the highest damage. The second highest damage was the Scorpion on our team with 2,315. Very well played by him. The next high score after that was the Baguette with 1,906, and then it was myself with 1,644. When it came to kills, though, it was actually the Super Hellcat on our team. 4 kills for him, 2 for the Scorpion, 2 for the Baguette, and 2 for the SU-100. And I only managed the 1 kill. In fact, nobody on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill, and only 4 players actually got a kill at all in that game. When it came to base XP, I was right at the top of the table, and the reason for that was I was Tier 6 Arty in a Tier 7 game, and so I was earning extra XP for every shot I fired on a higher tier opponent, and of course I did hit a lot of enemy tanks, and that's why I picked up huge amounts of stun assist. Let's have a look at the detail report. 14 shots fired, 5 direct hits, no penetrations, 11 splash, damage of 1,644 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. I hit 9 enemy vehicles but only killed 1, and 1,984 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns. So you can see the tanks that I stunned actually really caused a big jump in my XP total. 55,800 credits from the game. And after shell resupply, I actually took away 44,460 credits. I got 1 bond for getting a Confederate and 1,798 XP times 5 on this weekend, plus 899 from personal reserves, took away 9,891 experience points altogether. So the SU-8, I highly recommend this. If you've actually got an M44, you must get the SU-8 to go with it, because these two Artys between them actually do have a tremendous earning ability. You can actually generate vast amounts of credits from these vehicles that will enable you to run all the other vehicles in your garage. So if you do spend a lot of credits on premium shells, or anything else really, or if you are just very expensive with your other vehicles, these are the two Artys that will generate enough credits to make it back, to bring your account back into order. And as far as Angelina was concerned, she actually had the ability to buy an SU-8 fully equipped straight off the bat, or she could spend the money on a tier 8 SPG instead, and I advised her to get the SU-8 because you'll earn all the credits back off this Arty in next to no time at all, and so then you'll be able to buy the other one as well. But if you can only buy one or the other, buy the SU-8 because it is a good credit earner. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.